Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm FlipArtz and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video. Today I'll be going over all of your challenges for your week 9 weekly challenges for your Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 4 Battle Pass. And I believe this week and next week's challenges are going to be super difficult to complete due to the Fortnitemares event going on right now. And honestly, it took me almost 4 hours to complete these set of challenges for this week. But with that said, let's get right into the video. So starting things off here, as per usual, your first challenge will be to search for chests at Holly Hedges, and to complete this challenge, it'll be to search for 7 chests as usual. Now, as usual as well, these challenges can be a pain or they can be super easy, and you also need to keep in mind that right now, because of Fortnitemares, every player just happens to be everywhere, and eliminating a player just turns them into a shadow, and most likely will drop them back right on top of you in the same area to try and fight you again, or they won't even bother to fight you and just go to destroy chests because they're a ghost and they can go and phase through walls and go into buildings and everything like that, so that you guys can't get to those chests, making it harder for you guys to get to these challenges. So just keep that in mind. But also, as usual, you guys can also just play Team Rumble to make things a little bit easier for you guys as well. Now, moving along to our second challenge, it'll be to get eliminations at Slurpy Swamp, and to complete this challenge you'll need to get 3 eliminations, and this challenge is more or less easy depending on whether you're able to survive long enough or to become a shadow. If you live long enough to eliminate an opponent, then they're most likely going to come back as a shadow to contest you again, and that's going to be an easy 2 eliminations from one player. And on the other hand, if you do get eliminated first and then come back here with the same mindset trying to eliminate the person who killed you, then you could be easily feeding another player a kill for their own challenge, which would give them 2 kills for their challenge instead of 1. As well as, if you guys want kind of like a free elimination, sometimes Wolverine actually spawns in this area as well, so if you happen to see him and you manage to take him out, that will also count as an elimination for this challenge in this area. For the third challenge, it states to collect the floating rings at Steamy stacks, and this one is a little bit more difficult to complete than the other ones that I found for the floating ring challenges, only because some of the floating rings are actually inside of some of the buildings, as you guys are able to see here in the gameplay, and instead of just on top of the rooftops like most of them were for the other challenges where they had them placed. But along with that as well, like I've said enough times here in the video, probably the Fortnitemares just makes everything a little bit more annoying to do and puts things on edge when you're trying to complete the challenges, because you can't tell when you're going to be broken down by people who are a shadow, because they just are so strong to destroy builds and everything like that going on. So it can get a little bit annoying, but either way, if you manage to get to them early, you can find them early, you guys can get it done. Hopefully this video helps you out a little bit as well. Now on to our fourth challenge. It'll be to dance at the highest spot and the lowest spots on the map. Now this challenge is actually pretty easy to complete, and as you guys can see in the gameplay here, the highest spot on the map is going to be this mountain here with the flagpole. And if you guys have been playing for a couple of seasons, or at least in this chapter, you'll know that this mountaintop has been in several challenges throughout the seasons before, and is still currently the highest point of the map on Fortnite, which is located just south of Caddy Corner. And for the lowest part of the map, this might be the hardest part of the challenge to complete if you're trying to survive and play out your matches. If you're not, then it won't really matter, but there are going to be players dropping here as well. But a challenge following this one is located nearby, which is to land at Sharky Shell, but we'll get into that a little bit later here. But this area for the lowest point is going to be located here at Coral Castle, as you guys can see, and it's going to be in the main castle itself at the bottom floor. So once you guys manage to enter, you want to try to find yourself to the lowest point, as you guys are able to see here in the gameplay, and then you're going to want to go to this water area, and this is basically the lowest point. Now obviously, if you guys want to go ahead and just build a platform over the water, that will make it the lowest point, and then you guys can just emote on there. But what I did, just to make sure that I'm getting this challenge done completely, is going to this statue just in the middle of the water pool here, and then dancing on the edge of that, or using any kind of emote, and that will help you guys complete this challenge. And something that you guys can also note about this challenge as well is that you don't have to do this all in a single match. So if you guys are stressing about that, do not worry, you can do this in several different matches. Now on to our fifth challenge. As I mentioned in the previous one, this is to land at Sharky Shell and to finish in the top 25. This challenge is also one that I found to be quite difficult because of the Fortnitemares going on right now, and obviously as many players are landing here so they can finish in the top 25 as well, but it's also that generally this area is a tough location to drop into because there aren't that many chests around, and when there is a chest that usually does spawn at the tip of the nose there of the shark, tons of players try to contest it. But regardless of that, the challenge isn't so bad if you land and then try to leave right away and then just survive all the way till you're in the top 25. But again, because of Fortnitemares and everything going on. I don't exactly know how the top 25 works because you have the combination of actual players alive and then you have players that are alive as shadows, so it's kind of weird. Just try to make your way all the way through if you really need to do it that way, where you don't actually fight anybody and you're just waiting for, you know, literally 5 ghosts and 5 remaining players including yourself. That's the way to do it. But if you're gonna go and fight everybody, you know, by all means go for it. Now, coming in for our 6th challenge, I found this one to be a fairly easy challenge, but it'll be to knock back opponents with a Shockwave Grenade. And to complete this challenge, you'll need to knock back your opponents 3 times with the Shockwave Grenades. Now, this challenge, like I said, isn't so bad, but of course, it's one of those challenges where when you're looking for a particular item or weapon, it doesn't show up, and when you don't need it anymore or done with the challenge completely, it suddenly gives you an endless amount of them. So it's just going to be one of those things, you're either lucky with it or you're not, but this challenge shouldn't be too difficult to complete, and I've been trying to stay away from making some of the challenges way too easy on myself, and I've been mentioning them in my previous videos. But if you want to make this a little bit easier on yourself, you guys can get yourself your Shockwave Grenades when you guys have them in your inventory, and then head over to the henchmen that are over in the Doom's domain area, or you guys can head over to any of the Stark Quinjet location landing sites, and you guys can try to group up as many of the Stark robots and actually throw at least even just 1 Shockwave Grenade. And if you're lucky and they're all grouped up together, at least more than 3 of them or 3 or more, and then you guys can actually get this done with 1 single Shockwave Grenade, pushing them all back, and that's going to be a pretty simple way. I decided to make it harder on myself and actually do it on real players, whether they were like AI bot type players or just actual players. But you guys can do it this way if you guys are struggling with it. Find yourself some Stark robots or henchmen and throw the Shockwave Grenades at them, and they will count towards your challenge as well. And then on to our last and final challenge. It'll be to heal teammates with a Bandage Bazooka, and to complete this challenge, you'll need to heal your teammates for 400 points of health. Now, this challenge is relatively easy to do once you guys actually get your hands on a Bandage Bazooka, as you guys can just ask your teammates to take repeated fall damage and then heal them with the Bandage Bazooka until you've reached and accumulated up to 400 points of healed up HP. And to make it even better, this challenge is automatically a party assisted challenge, so because of that, and it's still the last challenge on the list as well, it technically just means that only 1 person needs to take fall damage on the team, assuming you're playing in a team of 3 or 4, you know, a squad or something like that. So pretty much the 1 person taking fall damage would be helping the other 3 people benefit from this challenge, and I'm pretty sure that that person would also, that one that's taking fall damage, would also get the party assist challenge for themselves, because it would be kind of weird if you would have to get someone else to do it just so you could get the challenge. So either way, I'm pretty sure regardless, everybody will be getting this one done pretty quickly as soon as you guys find yourself a Bandage Bazooka. And so there you guys have it. That's all 7 of your weekly challenges for your week 9 of chapter 2 season 4 battle pass. And honestly, I'm kind of regretting that I was saying that the challenges were too easy to complete for like the last 8 weeks here, because Fortnite is out now, and it took me like a really long time just to complete this week for week 9. But how are you guys doing with the Fortnite event? Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys finding it frustrating to play Fortnite normally now? Let me know down in the comments below. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If I was able to help you guys out, or you guys enjoyed the video, or maybe even both, be sure to drop a like here on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon next to the subscribe button. That way you guys don't miss out every time I upload a new video here to the channel. And if you guys are interested, I'm streaming pretty much every single day over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtz live. The link will be down in the description below. So if you guys would like to join me, the rest of the Arts fam community, have a great time, have a chance to interact with me in the chat, play with others, and all the good stuff, come and drop the follow for me again over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtz live. Again, the link will be down in the description below. But hey, thank you guys again for watching. Catch you on the flip side. Arts out.